Assalamu alaikum. In today's video, we will discuss error analysis in detail. So, starting with the definition of error analysis. So, what is error? Error is a breach of code, and it is a systemic study of deviations from target language norms in the course of the second language acquisition. It is especially in the terms of the learners developing interlanguage, and it takes place when the deviation arises due to the lack of knowledge, and error cannot be self-corrected. We cannot self-correct the error. Then we will define error analysis, and it is a systemic method used to identify, classify, and explain the errors made by second language learners. It involves analyzing learners' language to understand the underlying processes of language acquisition. So, what is this? And it is a technique through which we can identify, classify, and systematically interpret and the unacceptable forms that are produced by someone's learning a foreign language. And how can we do it? We can use the principles and the other procedures provided by the linguist. So, who is the father of error analysis? Pitt Corder is the father of error analysis, and after that we can see that errors are analyzed due to two reasons, that is the competence and the performance. Competence may be defined as the knowledge of the language, while performance may be defined as the use of that language. So, error analysis is important because it is a source of information to teachers. It provides information on students' error, and it helps teachers to correct students' errors. It improves the effectiveness of teachers, students, and researchers. So, moving to the next slide, that is the nature. And error analysis helps us to understand the process of second language acquisition, and error analysis shows the troublesome linguistic areas or the errors that learners errors of that second language learners encounters in the learning. And these errors give valuable feedback to both teachers and the learners regarding the strategies and the progress. The error also provides research with insights into the nature of SLA process. What a SLA process is? Second language acquisition processes. And errors analysis is useful in second language learning because it reveals teaching strategies, syllabus dealing with the designing and the textbook writers of what the problems areas are. So that the primary purpose of error analysis is to identify the type and pattern of error made by learners, understand the underlying causes of error, inform language teaching and materials development, describe the process of second language acquisition. Let's take an example. Language learning, in the sense, is like any other learning. Children learning their first language make countless mistakes from one point of view of a dull grammatical language. Many of these mistakes are logical in the limited linguistic systems within which children operate. But by carefully processing feedback from others, children slowly but surely learn to produce what is the acceptable speech in their native language. And the second language learning is a process that is clearly not unlike first language learning in its trial and error nature. Inevitably, learners will make mistakes in the process of acquisition, and that process will be impeded if they do not commit errors and then benefit from the various forms of feedback on those errors. So, moving to the next the stages of error analysis. Stages in the error analysis of the learners, one has to locate and identify the error. For example, whether errors exist or not, if they do, and why, and how, and what sort of the errors they are. So these processes of error analysis involves various stages. The first is data collection, gathering samples of learner language such as written composition, oral recordings, or classroom interactions. Recognition is we have to recognize the error first, the first stage, and for this purpose, all the learner sentences are analyzed according to the correct sequence. This is more necessary since many of The apparently well formed sentences may have the deviations different from that assigned by the rules of the target language. For example, if the learner does not know the rules of forming plurals, he may express his meanings correctly half the time. On the other hand, the learners may produce an utterance which well formed, for example, almost as a native speaker would produce on an appropriate occasion, but when taken in context, it is not plausibly interpretive. uh, uh, जैसे such as the utterance is clearly erroneous. For example, what did the writer mean to say in "He left and reached his destiny at 12"? Whether he left at 12 or he reached at 12, and when see context, it is wrong, and maybe he left at 12. So the second stage is identification and interpretation of error. Errors are interpreted according to the grammatical and situational context of the utterance. There are some sentences which are obviously ill-formed since they form from obvious grammatical lexical rules of the language. For example, I knowed this man already. So this is an error. We cannot node a man. Okay. On the other hand, there are some sentences which are apparently well formed, but in fact, they cannot be interpreted normally in the context. So they are erroneous. The classification of error. The classification of error is important for correction because in order to make correction, both the teacher and the student should be aware of the nature of the error. Superficially, errors can be classified into the four classes like linguistic level, morphological level, syntax, semantic level. There can be error of omissions as well. Error of omissions occur when a full word or letter is omitted. It includes both grammatical as well as lexical errors. In these errors, grammatical errors are difficult to correct and understand than lexical errors, and this can be seen through the example: bad news spreads fast. I do not rely your words. So there can be error of additions as well, in which a word or letter is added in the sentence which is not needed. Like, did she come? Then there can be error of substitution. It is the source of these errors are mostly confused words. These errors are found in lexical form and also in grammatical, especially in the use of uh, especially in the use of we can say that prepositions. And the errors committed by English language learners can be seen through this example: I will take my exam. I will give my exam. Instead of saying I'll take my exam, they will say I'll give my exam. We can also reorder. Syntax arrangement is very important in almost all the language. In languages like English, the whole meaning of the sentences is dependent on the order of the words. When the arrangement is disturbed, meaning is also disturbed. For example, apple she eats. ठीक है? And can you tell us how is he? I only did two sums. Then error description provide detailed description of the errors including incorrect form and the correct target languages. Then error explanation. It is the last stage and the ultimate object of error analysis is explanation. This stage is psycholinguistic in nature. Like it attempts to account for how and why learners' addresses are erroneous. One explanation is that the learner is carrying over the habits of mother tongues into the second language. This is called interference, and in some way, it is assumed to prevent the acquisition of second language habits. Then we can explain it in the way that the language learning is some sort of data processing and hypothesis forming activity of a cognitive sort. According to this view, learners' errors are sign of false hypothesis, which through observation or correction enables him to reformulate a more accurate hypothesis about the target language. Then this view suggests that the making of error is an inevitable and indeed necessary part of the learning process. The correction of errors provides precisely the sort of negative evidence which is necessary to discovery of the correct concept of rule. Thus, making error enhances and speeds up the process of language teaching and learning. Hope it is helpful. Don't forget to share feedback.